Greetings, commanders and historians. Hopefully people can still find this. This is horrible. I had to redo a... I set up the settings wrong. This is embarrassing, but we'll get it going soon. Okay. Hopefully someone out there is able to find this. Okay, cool. Perfect. Someone found it. Snazzy. Thank you. This is just a janky old stream. Thank you, Dr. Vesuvius. I'm glad you could join us. So the reason why I switched over is because I really want to do a low latency stream, and I didn't set it up that way. So before there was like 60 seconds of lag from what I said to what you guys hear, and then so that turns into like 2 minutes of a go-around time from when I say something, someone comments on it, and then goes back and forth, and all that fun jazz. So I did not want that because I want to be able to do some fun things like channel points. So hopefully some more people can show up, or else this is going to be very easy for me and my co-host here today. But today we'll be playing One Page Rules Grimdark Future Variation, which is Horde mode. And Horde mode is it's a way for you to play against an AI with ever spawning new enemies. And so that's where chat comes in, and chat will be actually spawning those in. But before we get further in, I'd like to introduce my last minute co-host here. Snazzy, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Snazzy. I am new to the tabletop one-page rules realm, but excited to be here.
Thank you. Hopefully everyone can hear you. I'm sure they can. Perfect. Yeah, everyone can hear you. So, Snazzy.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining in last minute. This is going to be a lot of fun for you because you have not been on the ground floor with my plans so far. My other co-host, which I even had a bottom third planned for, but he will not be joining us today. He had a little bit of a medical emergency last minute, and so you hopped on as of like 40 minutes ago. So thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, and Redford's in the comments. Thank you, Redford, for joining us. So Snazzy, you're not just new to the one-page rules scene. You also do other stuff. You also live stream, is that correct?
Yeah, I live stream mini painting, and mini painting is what it's been so far. But some video game stuff as well. But yeah, it's just a little fun little hobby, I guess, is what I would call it.
You definitely put my streaming schedule to shame. I'll tell you that. What I can see.
Yeah, I stream. I haven't been able to stream a whole lot as of recent, but I try to get up there once or twice a week.
Compared to my release schedule for videos and streams and stuff, once or twice a week is like Mount Everest in comparison to difference. Like you're Everest and I'm the local hill outside your town. Like that's
Oh, that's fantastic.
I try to do once a month, and like, but yeah, but there's a few reasons for that. One of which is I did just have a new child. So my fourth child was born late last month. Nope, early this month. You can tell that I have a newborn. The months are just stringing together.
They're starting to blend together.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what's going on here with me. So if I misspeak or whatever, just know that it's mostly the lack of sleep. Mostly. Yeah.
Mostly sleep deprivation at its finest.
Yes. You have to love sleep deprivation. Okay, so let's see here. Looks like we have a few people watching, which is fantastic. So the reason why I want more people to watch is because the more people watch, the more channel points that get accumulated. And the more that people can actually buy enemies for us to face. So, with that being said, you guys, there are a set of commands that you can do. We can get into that in a little bit, but let's move on to lots of fun bells and whistles. So I over-engineer everything I do. As you can tell, like in this little interview room we have that looks like some Star Trek type, I don't know, looking place. But I actually, let's see, ooh, I can move my frog's hands around, and that's always fun. But I also have other rooms. So we're going to move on to that. Thank you, Snazzy, for introducing yourself. We'll be picking up on you in a little bit. But let's move on to the next room. Okay. Here we have our classroom. And this is an absolutely fantastic little classroom I put together. And it gives us a projector screen here. And I have a little instructional video for us to watch about channel points and how to interact with the system. And then we can discuss that in a little bit. So please enjoy this educational video.
Hello, students! I'm your video instructor for today's exciting lesson. My name is... well, that's not important. What is important is that today we're going to explore the fascinating world of channel points, a revolutionary digital participation system that's transforming the way young people interact with online content creators. Now you might be asking yourself, what exactly are channel points? Well, that's an excellent question. Channel points are what we call a loyalty-based digital currency system. Think of it like gold stars your teacher gives you for good behavior, except these stars can actually do something. But wait, there's more! Unlike traditional platforms such as Twitch, that's Twitch for those of you taking notes, our frog over here has developed what he calls a custom implementation of this technology, specifically for the YouTube environment. That means he built his own system from scratch. Pretty neat, huh? Now let's discuss the acquisition methodology, or as you kids might say, how do I get these points? The answer might surprise you. Are you ready? You simply watch. That's right, students. By engaging in what we call passive viewership behavior, you automatically accumulate this digital currency. No clicking required, no special dances, no homework. Your mere presence in the virtual classroom is rewarded. But here's where we get really interesting, class. Okay, let me paint you a picture, if you will. Imagine you're watching this frog playing grim dark future. Suddenly, a wild horde of enemies appear. But these aren't just any ordinary enemies. These are enemies that you helped choose. By utilizing your accumulated channel points, you can purchase specific models and units that will comprise the next enemy wave that our brave little frog here has to fight. But how does this magical process work, you might be wondering? Well, it's quite simple, really. First, you'll interface with our channel point redemption system. Then, utilizing basic chat commands, don't worry, we'll cover those later, you will finalize your strategic enemy selection. The beauty of the system is that there's no wrong way to participate, whether you choose to assist our favorite frog with easier opponents or perhaps challenge him with more formidable foes. Your contribution becomes part of the permanent record of this gaming session. You're literally making history. But remember, class, and this is very important, you're not working alone. You're part of what sociologists call a collective digital community. Every other viewer is also making choices. It's like a group project, except fun. So there you have it, students. Channel points represent a paradigm shift in viewer engagement. As you continue watching today's content, remember that those points are accumulating in real time, waiting for you to transform into an active participant in this exciting digital frontier. Are you ready to join the revolution? Let's find out!
You shouldn't wait that long, okay? I don't know why I keep on muting things, but I keep on doing. Apologize for that. But thank you all for watching that instructional video. The channel points are live. So one of the things that you can do right now is you can actually pull up the command, and it's in the chat, exclamation point, yep, points. And then that will show you what your current balance is. My current balance is NA, unfortunately, but because I'm the moderator here. But you can see how many points you've accumulated. Also, I can give you points. There is a list of those commands in the description of this live stream. And those involve points, buy1, buy2, buy3, buyfour. Those buy commands are how you're going to actually spawn in models. And that's where this gets really fun and why I've over-engineered this to the extreme. You can buy models that will then get spawned into Tabletop Simulator, and I and my buddy Spazzy will have to face them. Let's actually go and look at those now. So I'm going to pull up the next over-engineered fun scene. Okay, I'm not muted this time, so that's fantastic. Welcome to the One Page More store. Here, we get to look at fun things like models you can buy. So, these are the 4 slots. So, buy 1, buy 2, buy 3, buy 4. Those are the things that you can buy currently. Please hold off on purchasing them for now, because we're going to get there in a second. These are our fun little models that we'll be facing in round 1. If you buy one, it'll get spawned in Tabletop Simulator. And then I will have to place them on the board, and we'll be able to see them. Right now, the point cost is set to just one model each. So if you buy one, you'll spend 100 of your points, and you'll get one of these fantastic assault grunts. So if you buy more, you will be able to get more. But we can actually even go and take a look at these things. So the assault grunts here, fantastic. They're super speedy. They're budget friendly, so they're only 100 points, and they have a lot of attack power. So at 2 attacks per model, if you spend a lot of points on getting these guys, you can get a pretty massive amount of units to go against me, which is fantastic. Next, we can look at buytwo, which is the Soul Snatchers. They can deploy within 12 inches of their initial line, so you put them out and then they move 12 inches again, which is very scary because the table is not that big. They also have some, for a horde, quality 3+ is pretty awesome, and then they have anti-regen, which is always fun. Then buythree, we have a Hive Swarm. These guys terrify me because they're all tough 3, which means they're insanely tanky, and they also have poison. So that's ignoring regen and rerolling 6s. And they're, little gribbly guys that terrify the crap out of me. Then we also have buyfour, which is these spore mines. If they get into combat, they do automatic hits. In melee, they're dirt cheap at 75 points. So please do not just spawn a bajillion of these mines onto the battlefield. They also are really great for melee deterrent, because I have to think twice when I go into battle against these things, or else they can tie me up and explode my face. So that's the store. You can buy any of these, and they'll get spawned into Tabletop Simulator. Which, let's actually go over to that right now. Welcome to our battlefield. You can see on the bottom of this screen here that we have my avatar. It's absolutely fantastic. This will show you the turn order and all that fun jazz. But here is the battlefield that we'll be facing off on. It is split up with a city scene, and then on the left hand side, oh, it's not tracking my, let's see if I'm hoping it will track my cursor. There we go. You guys see it? There we go. Perfect. So over here is where the horde will be spawning. Over here is where the heroes will be spawning in. So in the bottom right hand corner, you can see this box. This box here is where you can spawn things. So if anyone wants to try out some of the commands, let's give that a go. So that would be buy one. Let's do that for example. Perfect. Haha! You can actually see it spawn those models in. And that's over here. Oop. Back up. So when you all spend points, you can spawn in these little models, these little guys, and they'll pile up. As of right now, we don't have a whole lot of people in this stream, so I'm going to actually increase the present viewer trigger. I'm going to increase the number of points that everyone gets per minute to 50. And then I'm going to also award people some points. So Dr. Vesuvius, enjoy your 500 points. Oops, I didn't do the command right. Let's see if that works. Huh. Did I not action? Oh. Sorry. I didn't enable that command. There we go. Now I increased it. Redford and Dr. Vesuvius, you now have 500 points each. Anyone else who wants points, please comment in the chat. They're Snazzy. You need points. Okay, so we can have a lot of fun here with buying these points, but I believe we all get the idea that this is what will be spawning in from now on. Now let us review the armies that we'll be playing with. So, Snazzy, are you there still on Discord?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Once again, this is Snazzy who will be joining us on the stream, and we're going to go and take a look at your list. Now, this list was actually provided to us by Redford Games, who's in the chat right now. And he is kind of notorious for making absolutely horrible lists. By horrible, I mean horrible to play against. And that's going to be a lot of fun for everyone. He gave us this fantastic list of plague swarms, and you'll have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7. You have 7 units of 6 plague swarms and 1 avatar of plague.
Awesome.
Yep. So you got a lot of models to manage here. It's going to be an absolute blast. The models themselves are inherently like super strong themselves. Those plague swarms, to be precise, but boy, do they have some resiliency. So they will stay on the battlefield like no one else's business. And then on top of that, the Avatar Plague here is incredibly tough. It's got good weapons, and it's meant to be a screen. And that's kind of what Redford Games was hoping for, was to provide a screen for my army over here. Any questions with your army?
Sounds good.
Okay. Just going through and fixing something. Okay. So now we have seen that. Here is my list I brought. It's much smaller. It consists of 2 Pilgrim Mini Titans, which specialize in range combat. 1 Yeoman Mini Titan, which is, again, specializes in ranged combat. Has heavy focus on mass amount of attacks rather than high AP. All 3 of these do. And then these Watch Brothers have a little bit of deadly on them. They've got range. So hopefully between everyone, your units and my units will be able to actually have a pretty good chance against the Horde that's being going to be spawned against us. Redford, don't forget about the spellcasting that can buff the units further. Yes. So here's the question here, Spazzy. Would you prefer running Redford's list with that massive, or would you prefer running this my list that I put together? It's up to you.
I'm good with either. It's probably managing less units for someone that's new would probably be a little easier.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely. Then let's do that. Let's start with you running this list here, and I'll run this list over here. So to start, we're gonna start combat, not combat, but this game by deploying our units. Since we're both on the same team, doesn't really matter. Like, we don't have to do alternating deployments. And then after that, we're gonna deploy the Horde that people have been spawning for us, which so far it looks like it's not going to be too terrible. S. Okay. So let's start with deployment. So grab one of your units here and just put it somewhere on this wall area. So this wall area is what are the region that we're going to be defending. There is also 5 objectives, 3 in the middle, 1 in our deployment zone, and 1 in the enemy deployment zone. Your guys have decent range, so most of theirs is 30 inches. Yeah, 30-inch range. So you should be able to almost handedly make it to anywhere in the opposing deployment zone. I'm going to... Those guys. I'm going to deploy my peeps over here. These swarms are very melee focused, so I'm going to put them near the ramps, and hopefully they can clog up any of our potential entry points. Now, Redford, were you planning on running these, like, really aggressively? Meaning that... were they going to be more of the passive soak-up damage, or were you planning on sprinting these into the wild? Okay, you know me, hyper-aggressive, just like my marriage. Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
I'll run these guys like you do your marriage, which is not hyper aggressive. I know your wife. You're whipped. So I'm going to run these guys like they're whipped. I also gave you some more points there, Redford. Just because. Are you already deployed, Snazzy?
I believe so.
Okay. So your Watch Brothers are actually part of the same unit, by the way. So
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Gotta keep them together. Got it.
Yep. Okay, so we're getting there. We go. We've got some good stuff. People are spawning some things. I'm gonna start you in there. Okay.
So just so I make sure I understand this, our goal is to defend this wall.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. So our goal is to last 5 rounds.
Okay.
The victory condition here is very simple. It is one of our warlords. So you need to pick, like, this guy right here is your warlord here.
Okay.
And my warlord's here. One of our warlords have to be in this objective marker 4, at the end of round 5. If that
Okay.
that is like the extraction point. So we are trying to hold the line long enough for us to make it here. Each subsequent round gets even worse from the Horde standpoint. So, actually, let me show that. I forgot to do that. There you go. On the overlay, I revealed the commands that you guys can be using. So, from those point standpoint, the further we get into the game, the worse it's going to get for us. To the point that, like, round 4 is just Hive Lords.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's going to get pretty gnarly. And we just need to, see if we can make it to the very end. I'm going to increase this. So I just increased the amount of points people get. Okay. So I think we're going to call it here. And pull these guys out. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, people keep on adding more stuff. And for those of you watching here, I have increased the total number of points that you accumulate per minute to 100. So it's going to get fun. Okay, so let's spawn this. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to group these into their corresponding units. So, like, this is 10 assault grunts. Let's get more assault grunts. How many do we have here? That's almost 15. 15. So we have 1 unit of assault grunts here. And we're going to spawn them there. 1 unit of assault grunts here. We're going to spawn them there. then we have... Oh, goodness. Some of those bad boys. We have 1 spore and 2 soul snatchers. This is not terrible for us. Okay. So we have that spawned in. And Dr. Vesuvius, you're one of our very first people who are testing this out. So if you wouldn't mind giving us some feedback on this point system and if you're getting enough points or any of that. But let's, before we go into round 1, I'm going to turn off the ability to buy more models for round 1. And then when we go in, get a little bit further into round 1, I'm going to show off all of the things that you can all buy for round 2, which should be a lot of fun. Okay. Close the store. There we go. Cool. Now let's get started. I will start first, and I'm gonna move. I'm gonna activate their measure ability, so I can actually see how far. Like, draggable lock. Measuring tape. There it is. Okay. I'm going to move these up 6 inches. Okay. Snazzy. It is your turn.
This is my turn. Okay. And this guy, this yeoman,
Yeoman.
yeah, yeoman.
Mm-hmm.
Mini
You got a
Titan.
6-inch move.
He's got a 6-inch move, but what's his range?
30 inches.
30 inches.
Yep. So you could hit these guys over here. Actually, I forgot. They get a 6-inch move at the beginning of their turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So how do I do that?
Fantastic. So you're gonna go over to one of these dice pads, and you're gonna spawn in your attack. So I'll tell you what you need to bring in here. So for him, you're gonna do 9 dice at AP1. Or yeah. So and the way you do that is you can spawn in. Alright, so there's 6. These have these all have AP, or these are rending. And then we're gonna do 3 without rending. So if you select those and shake them, you can roll them that way, or you can hit the roll button up here.
Okay.
So try hit and roll. Okay, there you go. Your yeoman guy is quality 3 up. Yes, quality.
Yeah,
3
quality 3.
Oh, who are you shooting, by the way? You have
The Soul Snatchers.
okay. Quality 3 up. So
And they're defensive 4, right?
yeah, so you missed 1. It's AP1. So that means they have a defensive 5. And 1 saved. So they all died.
Nice. We like that.
We do like that. Okay. now we used our activation. It is their turn. These guys are going to... Redford, if I remember correctly, with the Horde mode rules, which you introduced me to, the Horde moves after, like it's we get activation and they get an activation, or is it we do all of our activations and they get our activation? I think it's I'm doing it right. So they're gonna rush, which is 16 inches. I actually have a fun little visual for this. Let me pull it up. Yep, my fun little visual isn't working that right. Come on. Just some OBS fun times back here, sorry. There we go. Okay. So this is my AF flowchart, and this shows us how the AI works. So first is the enemy visible? And so for this assault grunt squad here, an enemy is visible. So yes. Is it within charge range? No, it's not within charge range. It's not within any of its weapons. Can it move and shoot? Nope. Then that means that it rushes to its nearest, the closest object. That's what it's doing. So it rushes forward there. Okay, so it rushes forward. It has 16-inch rush, but it isn't able to get any closer. And now it is my activation again. Checking. That's a 15-inch charge. I can't do that, so I'm going to make room for these guys. There we go. It is your turn, Snazzy.
Okay, so I would like to... We're going to move these Battle Brothers over here. And can I shoot through your guys, or...
Yeah.
And then I'm going to shoot at these Assault Grunts using the... I guess I got to measure that. How do I turn on measuring?
F4. I think you have a 30-inch range. You have a 12-inch
it's got
range.
26.
You have a 24 on your heavy, and then a 12-inch on your fusion rifle.
Yeah.
So, what's the range on this?
This is...
So you can hit everything other than your fusion rifle.
Yeah. And to turn off measuring, I can go back to the
just
mouse. F1. Got it. Okay. Huh. Yeah, so we're going to use the heavy rifle from these guys, targeting the assault grunts. So I'm back over here with the rolls. And that's what? AP1.
Yep. So you get 3 dice at AP1 because you have 1 for each of your battle brothers.
Okay. And then roll those, right?
I don't know why your points aren't accumulating, Dr. Vesuvius. Let me give you some.
That's a quality of 3 with AP1. And I got a 6 and a 4, so one of them did not hit.
Okay. Now one didn't hit.
Right.
Okay, that's 2 dead.
Beautiful. You love to see it.
Okay. The very beginning of the stream, haven't been accumulating points, so no. Let me look into that. It says that it's running, which is odd. Let's try. See. Okay, that's an aim. Apologize for slowing this down, y'all. This should be working. I don't know why it's not working. I might not be recognizing everyone. Okay, there. That's the command for that. I forgot. Okay, there we go. And now let's do Redford games. Snazzy, do you mind trying the command exclamation point points to see if you have been accumulating points? I want to see. Okay, so it has not really been working. That's great. Actions, present, points per minute. Let's change this back. Okay. If it doesn't accumulate points for whatever reason, what we'll do is we're just going to keep track of how long we've been doing this round, and then I'm going to give everyone that number of points. Apologize for that. I don't know why it's not accumulating points.
Sounds good.
Yeah. It should be working, but yeah, teething problems for sure. Okay, let's move on. So we've killed 2 of those. It's moved. You've been activated. You've been activated. You've been activated. It is now turn for this thing to move. It's going to move 6 inches. And now it's your turn, Snazzy.
All right. We are gonna look at this guy again. And how I can see those guys, but they're just out of range. We're gonna attack. We're gonna use the yeoman, and we're gonna attack the assault grunts. So again, quality 3. I'm going to use the top machine gun. Is AP1.
So the yeoman's already been activated.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got to
so
activate someone else. Okay,
Yep,
so
yep.
we'll do...
And this guy, he's got a 30-inch range. So the assault grunts are within range, but you don't have line of sight. So you'd have to move. Those guys over here, they're within line of sight. Or are they just out of range?
They're just out of... They're in range, but they're just... Are they actually in line of sight? I guess they are, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll attack them.
Okay, cool.
Make a rain, bring the pain.
Yeah, you have a Gatling cannon and top machine gun that you can use. Your Gatling cannon here is 6 attacks, AP1 rending, and your top machine gun's 3 attacks, AP1. So
Yeah, we're doing the Gatling cannon.
you do both.
Oh, beautiful. So I need to do... How many dice is that? 6 for the Gatling cannon and... Right?
Yep.
And then 3 for the top machine gun?
Yes.
There's 3 for that. Top machine gun, and then we're going to do a green one. There we go. Get rid of this white one. I don't need it. Roll. I rolled like an absolute legend.
Fantastic. Okay, so
Maybe.
they have they have a 6 defense.
Hmm.
And your guy is quality 3 up. So
And that 2's got to go.
yep. Let's re-roll that then.
Oh, we didn't have to do that.
No, that would have been a success
Okay.
on their part. So, yeah, that's 4 wounds. So that
Beautiful.
kills one of these and one of these.
Wounds one.
Gets a wound. Okay. Cool. Okay. Now it is the enemy's turn, and we're gonna go with these guys that we just shot and move them. Okay, measurements on, and they're gonna move their full 12 inches. Okay, now it's my turn. What can you do? Caster. Wow, this guy's... His thing's off the page. Let's look him up. He's a caster 4. Cool. So that means that at the beginning I should have given him 4 of these. And he has no melee attack. Okay. I might do Rot Wave, which is target enemy unit within 12 inches takes 6 hits, AP2. And that would use...
Ooh.
4 of his, and I need 4 ups. That fails.
Yes, it does.
he has been activated. Okay. You can activate it. You have one model left, which is this guy over here that you can use.
Yep. We're gonna move him. His movement. His movement is.
Oh, hey, test.
What is his movement?
6 inches.
I don't see it on here. 6 inches?
Yep.
Awesome.
All of them are 6 inches. Hey, test. You said, hey, OPM, can you stream more or upload that big OPR tournament? I enjoyed that and want to see it again. I think I should have the tournament up. I would love to stream more, but fun fact, I just had a newborn baby. Or I just had a baby. She is now a newborn. And so that's what's been going on. I would love to be able to stream more. But also, everyone, I just checked, and it looks like the points are accumulating. At least somewhat. So I'm not sure what's going on with that.
They're accumulating now.
Hopefully that continues. But if it doesn't, please let me know. Oh, fun fact. That's a good transition here, test. Let's load up our fun little store. Welcome to the One Page More store, where we get to buy things, actually. I need to load up round 2 real quick. Points can be used to buy models that will be used to fight in the Horde. So right now, we've been playing against Horde Army. And that Horde was brought to you by the people in chat. We actually have a whole video for this that we showed earlier. Don't really want to show it now because it's like 2 minutes long. But let's load the store. We are now about to go into round 2. And these are the units you can buy. Those points are useful to buy any of these things. So if you use command buy1, which is not active yet, then you can get one of these. So that's what we have going on here. So on this, let's review those. Okay, I see. Vesuvius, you're not collecting points. That is a shame. Let me give you out some points for this. So in round 2, we have the shooter grunt in the buy 1 slot. This is our first ranged weapon having things. So far, we only have melee on the field. Has armor piercing, pretty darn mobile, and it's the first, again, firepower option. In the buy 2 slot, we have the Hive Guardian, which is quality 3 up, which sucks for me. Tough 3, which makes them tanky. So not only do they like hit consistently, they're also harder to kill. And relentless. Oh, fun. So they get extra hits in melee when they're... Yeah. So these guys can do 4 attacks each in melee. They're super tanky. I'm scared of them. The Ravenous Beasts, they have the ambush ability, which means instead of deploying them normally, they're going to deploy within 9 inches of our model. If you spawn these, we will roll to see which one of the units that they'll spawn next, and then they'll spawn within 9 inches. They have AP4, which means that they're really effective against Snazzy's models. That's fantastic for him. And they also are pretty darn durable. In our buyfour slot is our massive spore. We had in round 1 we had the small spore mines. These ones explode for 6. Oh, fantastic! They're tough 3, which means that they can last through combat, and they don't retreat, and they just move forward. So that is the models that you can buy for round 2. I'm going to activate the buy commands, and I'm going to start giving out some points. Dr. Vesuvius, I don't know why you haven't been getting anything, so let's just give you a bunch of points. Add points. Same thing for you, test. Let's give Dr. Vesuvius some points. And test. Enjoy some points. I'm getting there. I think that'll do it. Yeah, see, this is the problem with making a custom system for channel points. It's gonna be janky as all get out. I have three different Python scripts running simultaneously right now to try to make all of this work. Especially since Tabletop Simulator does not actually allow you to send commands to it directly. So I have to capture all of this stuff and then send it over. So yeah, the store is open. Feel free to buy anything. We're gonna update the store slots. Uh-oh. The store is closed. I've made a terrible mistake. You guys, someone just spent... Oh, this is fun. Redford, you just did buy one, and it spawned 4 models. 5 models, I should say. Oops. So I am adjusting this in the background. Okay. There. That should do it. Try again. Oh no. Redford, you have 3,200 points? Crap. Okay. My activation.
Hold on. It was my turn. I rolled. Yeah. I was attacking Hive Swarm. We got to roll for defense on them. I had 6 hits.
I already did. Oh, you had 6 hits? Fine. Oh, you did again. Okay. They did. You successfully killed all of them.
Beautiful.
Because it's gonna get nasty.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of sensing.
Okay, the store should be open. So feel free to. Redford, let's see. Let me try.
Why am I buying stuff?
I don't know. River, can you try buytwo?
I want to survive.
come on. Don't tell me it broke again. This is what I get for wanting to be janky. Okay. Let's so buy. It was working. Sorry. I'm
All good.
checking the back end here. More of them apologizing to everyone who is just listening to nothing as I'm trying to figure out why when people are been using the buy commands. Oh. Oh, of course. Of course. I figured it out. Sorry, everyone. I forgot a thing that I have to do when I switch over rounds, which is I set a limit to the number of things that you all can buy, and I forgot to set that limit. Reset that limit, I should say. Okay. Good to go. You should all be able to hit buy. I wish I had a bug team, frankly. That would be great. Okay. It is... Aha! Fantastic. Oh, that's very funny, Dr. Vesuvius. Yes. They're... Oh. We are the bug team. We are facing bugs. You guys are vicious. Spawning that. Okay. You have... Snazzy, we're gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm aware of this.
They have so many points. I gave out so many points.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah. How do we go to custom. We copy this. We paste it there. What do we call that good? Custom. Copy this. Paste it there. What do we call it? You know, if... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Crap. Okay, so Redford, you're just...
I'm gonna join in on the fun.
Let's pull up the queue. So good. This audio is fantastic. Okay. Test. I saw you do it. I'm trying to see if it's processed yours already. Or if Redford is...
Redford is brutal.
Yeah, it is.
I
Okay.
love it.
Test. If you wouldn't mind trying again. and spawning some stuff in, I think. Oh, no. There it is. Ravenous Beast. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. We better fight. I'm gonna move these guys 12 inches out. You've already used all of your activations.
Yeah.
It is now the enemy's activation, and they're gonna charge in here.
Yeah.
That works. We'll sort that out. And then, okay. You guys are fantastic. Figurine, yes. Okay, we're gonna call that good. So they have. Oh no. You ready for this? This is. Yeah, this is bad. So they have 15.
Oh.
And they get 2 attacks each.
Oh. That's 30.
Yep. And they're 5 up. That wasn't that. That was a pretty terrible roll on their